as I can go. Okay, beautiful people. We can't even get on here, y'all. I didn't want to take the time to set up my laptop and all of that stuff. So I said I'll just use my phone. So pardon us. We're gonna try to fit into the screen together because I can't get my phone to go back any further. Okay, so welcome to Cute, Curvy, Confident Convos. And so what we're talking about tonight is love and weight. Not love and hip hop. Love and weight. So I think I'm just going to interview you. I'll interview you and then you can interview me. Okay?
Oh, I love how you just decided that's what we were doing. Like I've got some questions in my head.
Okay, so he's going to interview me too. So let me ask you this. Okay, so we have a conflict story of how long we've been knowing each other. So I say 9 because I remember you from Yvette. And were we 9? We were like 9 and 10, right?
No.
Okay, that's my account. Y'all listen. I know what I'm talking about.
But no, I didn't know Yvette when I was 9.
But I thought I actually kind of knew you before Yvette too.
No.
From being in the neighborhood.
No.
There must have been some other cute little boy.
Yeah, because no, not from the neighborhood. It was definitely Yvette, but I don't remember. You remember that. I don't remember that.
You don't remember going with Yvette over the phone?
No, I don't remember ever talking to you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, I remember you talking
That's what
to
I'm
you.
saying.
Okay, y'all, so look, I ain't changing my story.
I don't know where she came over. We knew each other from the neighborhood when we were kids. I don't know what she was talking about.
Because like you lived on the other side of the stadium.
But I had an adventure on the other side of the stadium.
Maybe it was somebody else.
Yeah, that was pretty Ricky.
Okay, good. No, you didn't say that. Okay, so so that's how it's okay. So let's say we go from you talking to Yvette. That was at least 12. That was like 11 and 12 because I wasn't in high school yet.
Yeah, see, that's why. That's why I think you might be thinking somebody else because I had at least been in middle school.
I'm not thinking about nobody else. But you mean thinking it was 9? We passed that. Okay, so let's just say middle school. So I'll start saying we've been knowing each other since middle school age. Okay, look, y'all, I'm too old. I ain't changing my story, right? So we got a conflict of the stuff. I am not making up stuff. I thought, okay, whatever. So when we met up again in high school, now you gotta. This story is facts, okay? I know I'm right about this. So you were friends with Jonathan.
Yes.
And then one Friday, you were over Jonathan's house, and we started talking. And then you asked me for my phone number, and then when you went home, you called, and we were on the phone like the entire night.
Yes.
Talking. Okay. All right, y'all. So we got. My phone, my thing get ready to die. Okay, y'all. So we got a.
Yes, that part of the story is correct. The rest of this stuff, I don't know where she got the rest of this stuff.
I don't know how you gonna get on here with my people that follow me talking about I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all, I gotta plug up my phone. Wait a minute. So what can I find? Okay, there we go. Wait a minute, wait for the
Cute, Curvy, Confident.
There you go, boo. Okay, so when we met up again and we talked to each other all night over the phone. Do you remember the day that you came over to my house so we could meet in person?
Mm-hmm.
Because we had continued to talk on the phone to each other, right? So you went to Yvette's house first. You remember that?
Yes.
You went to Yvette's house first, and then you came up the alley, and I could see you out my kitchen window. You had on this red suit short set.
Okay, short set.
That's too many S's for me. A short set. It was red with a print on it. You had on shorts and a collar shirt that matched. The shirt and the shorts matched.
You had to tell everybody all that.
His shirt and his shorts, they matched, and it was a red print, something with some, I want to say some parrots were on them.
I know that, but it was parrots on it. Okay. See, now you just playing.
I'm not playing. I'm serious.
I'm sure the short set matched, but it didn't have no parrots.
I'm telling you, it's some parrots on it. That's how I remember. Well,
I
still thought you were cute.
Over here lying about
I still thought he was cute with your little parrot outfit on.
I have parrots on my short set, people.
Okay, so when that day, and we met. That day that we met in person. And so when you saw me, what was your initial reaction? And be honest, because I always say that I commend you for being a teenager and not caring about, I'm gonna get closer so that, and not caring about somebody that you liked and how big they were. So see, I could say this, I was big. And somebody that's a teenager, you know, a teenage boy, they don't want to date anybody that's fat. I mean, let's just call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? So how did you feel when you...
But I think the part that you're glossing over is you had this conversation that we had after I met her through a mutual friend just over the phone. When she glossed over the fact that we just talked all night, but when she is glossing over the fact the connection that we made and the reason why we talked all night. It wasn't just because we were just talking. We literally made a connection. So I don't think at the point, but I don't even remember how much time was between that conversation when I first met you. But
it was still over the summer. Like we hadn't, because that was June. I want to say that was June the 2nd. We got to go back to 1987 and see like that first Friday of that. It was either the first week of June or the second week of June. So y'all remember dates, y'all.
No recollection.
8/26/1987 at 1:26 p.m. Because when you asked me to be your girlfriend, we hugged each other and the clock was behind you and I noticed the time on the clock. So yes, it was August the 26th, 1987 at 1:26 p.m. that he asked me to be his girlfriend. So I want to say, but I saw you before then. I think maybe a couple of weeks or so, maybe in July. I don't know what day it was. So it wasn't that long
I have no
after.
recollection how much time between those two things happened.
So your response to that is it wasn't even about my weight at that point because we had made such a connection with talking and stuff. Like I knew that night that we talked all night that I was like, nah, this is not gonna be my boyfriend. So okay, now you can ask me a question.
Well, see, I wasn't prepared for these questions.
Well, you knew it was gonna be on.
Yes,
there.
but I didn't know I was gonna be interviewing and asking you questions.
Well, people want to know, how does a significant other support somebody who is struggling with weight? Like that's the topic, love and weight. Like, you know, if you are someone who is supporting a spouse that has a weight issue, and what I mean by weight issue is not a society issue with weight, but that person has an issue with weight. That person is trying to lose weight. That person doesn't feel confident about him or herself. How do you, as a spouse or significant other, how do you support that person, and how honest are you with that person? Now, I know my husband would say 10 times fold, I love you no matter what, but still at the same time, you could tell the difference between now and when I was 674 pounds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference, and whether we want to say, well, it's me, don't worry about it, my weight impacted him. And so that was part of my desire to lose the weight. It wasn't just about me. I wanted to be sexy for him. I wanted to be beautiful for him. I wanted us to be able to do the things that we couldn't do because I was so heavy. And so it did, you know, impact me. I'm sorry. Okay, what's your question for me? Y'all know I can talk.
Yes, I'm going to say, I don't really have a question, but I'm just going to speak to the topic because I don't necessarily have a question. But what I think you have to do is, one, you have to understand the person and, you know, what ways, what can you say, what ways you can support them. For you, it was easy because you were always trying something. So I was always supporting you in whatever it was that you were trying to do.
Y'all just don't know. I tried so hard. I tried so many things and I was crying every day. Like I was miserable. And so, but then I have a question for you. How was it for you to see me so sad and not wanting to live? Like...
But it was a roller coaster because it wasn't like you were like that every day.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I mean, it wasn't, you know, you had your low moments, but it wasn't like that every day. So like when you say that, it wasn't, that wasn't.
Well,
every
you
day.
might not have known, but I was.
Yeah, like that's what when I say when you were crying every day,
day,
you weren't crying in front of me every day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I didn't see that every single day.
Yeah.
Like I said, you had your low moments in front of me, but I don't think, you know, that's something you showed me every day. And even when we were married and you were still, you know, working, you weren't sad every day about it.
Yeah.
At least you weren't. Put it this way, you weren't showing that you were sad every day about it.
No, I wasn't. And even the part with, I'm sure it maybe have shocked you that I wanted to die like every single day. Like I was thinking about what could I do to die and not impact you with dying. So it's almost like I felt like I was stuck here because I didn't want to be here anymore, because I didn't want to be here that size and not be able to be who I am inside. But it was just like, I can't kill myself and then he be home, or he come home and find me, and then he calls 911, and then they have to get all these people to move me out the house because I was, my body was huge. So it wasn't like they were going to be able to just pick me up, put me on a thing and move me out the house. So how does that make you feel to know that I was like that?
Well, I mean, I've known that you were that sad, over the years, but like I said, I don't think you showed that all the time.
No, not to you.
Yeah,
I didn't.
you didn't
Because
show
I
it.
was thinking about, I can't let him see me so, whatever. But yeah.
But yes, obviously I understood over time, just how sad you were, just how depressed you were, and just how tired.
I was tired. But let me tell y'all, when y'all break free of that foolishness, because y'all see, I always say size 2. I don't know why I say size 2. I never, my goal was never to be a size 2. And I used to say I wanted to be skinny until I defined my skinny. This is my skinny, y'all. Let me tell you. I feel amazing. I feel beautiful. I know that I'm beautiful now. And now it's more of a wellness issue for me. Like, I'm still working on my wellness because, as you guys know, I've had weight loss surgery, so I still have some skin to be removed, and so especially on my arms. So I'm trying to still continue on and possibly even lose some more weight, just so I can prepare for the surgery, not so that cute. Because y'all see this. Let me. Y'all see this? Trust me, I am fine. I feel beautiful inside and out. And so now it's more of a let me see what I can do physically to get myself ready for another surgery, because these surgeries are something else. So for those of you who are considering weight loss surgery, I need you to research everything, because it's been 21 years for me and I still have not had all of the skin removed that I need removed, because I've had some complications and all of this stuff. So you thought of a question yet? No. Okay, so y'all see who the talk show host is. Okay, so I have another question for you. So how was it for you? What's the turning point for you? Because you'll even say now, I can't even really remember you being that size.
Yeah, I have to look at the pictures too, because I forget.
Yeah, so it's like, because y'all, we so happy now, and not to say that we weren't happy together, but just with me being more confident in myself and being like totally happy now, it impacts him, and it impacts, our entire family. So when, tell them about the night that after the surgery, because I remember you saying you didn't expect to see me like that in the hospital.
Well, I don't think I've ever visited anyone after they've had major surgery before.
Yeah.
So,
and that was my first time ever being in the hospital too, when I had my surgery.
So I think for me, like I said, you were still so out of it. You were still intubated. Like I said, you just
you
just looked miserable. You know what I mean?
I ain't feel it.
Well, I know you didn't feel it, but you just looked miserable. So yeah, that was a hard thing to see you, look that way.
And so when was like the turning point when, or do you feel like I'm a different person? Like, was there a turning point when you would say, okay, now she is who she wants to be, or is there a turning point at all? Do you still think of me as that person?
No, I think I think there was a somewhat of a, like, you knew what you felt, but you didn't believe it yet.
No.
Yeah, and I think it got to a point where I could see that you believed it, and that was kind of the turning point. When exactly that was, it's kind of hard to say, because again, it's almost like with the weight, like you forget. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How much weight you've lost, and not the number, but just physically remember
I
what you
do.
look
I
like.
actually forget. Like sometimes, or someone would see my picture, and someone would see my before picture,
And I think that was you.
and yeah, and their reaction is so like, "That's not you. Stop lying." And then I really have to say to myself, "Girl, you did that. You really did lose like all of that weight." And so yeah, sometimes I can't say that I forget, because I know that feeling of despair and that feeling of why me, and just wanting, one of the feelings that I always say, I always felt left out. Not saying that I was very blessed. I grew up, I had really good childhood friends. I had friends in school. I didn't have anybody teasing me. Like I had people who just liked me for me. And so it was almost like it's almost like I was two different people. I can't explain it to you, but I remember that feeling of being left out, meaning my friends would ask me to do things, but I would always have to say no, because I knew I can't go to, what was it before Six Flags? Adventure Park?
I forgot what it was called.
Something. It's Six Flags now. But, in high school, they, people would go during the summer down there, or they would be going to Ocean City, and I would always say no, because it was like, I can't fit on any of the rides. And when you're not heavy, you don't know that. So, my friends didn't know that, she's not going because she can't fit on the rides. So I often felt left out of things. And I remember one incident. I'm talking about my brother with one of my childhood friends. Her name is Janella. Hi, Janella. I love you, boo. We were young. I think Janella was probably 9, maybe 8. Maybe I was 9, because I think I'm a year or two older than her. And my brother was picking her up and swinging her. And then I guess he could see the look on my face, and he looked at me and he was like, I'm sorry, I can't pick you up. And so those feelings of, that's an example of feeling left out all the time. And so now, even though sometimes it's not my weight though, it's my arthritis in my knees.
Yeah,
I feel like, I feel a little left out of some things because I have really bad arthritis in my knees, and so I deal with it, but it does bother me, and it does prevent me from doing some things. And then of course the doctors are going to say what they say.
But they say every time.
I go, and if I break my finger, if you would lose some weight, your finger wouldn't be broke. They make me sick. So whoever, that's how they taught in school. So don't get mad at the doctors, y'all. They don't know no better. So talk about let's talk about when we got married, because what are we doing next year?
Renewing our vows.
We're getting married. And I keep telling him and my girl and our girls, I don't know why I'm so excited about this. I'm already married. But it's almost like it is my first wedding, because I didn't get a chance to do all of those things that people do when they get married. Like, we didn't do a first dance.
Nope.
Because I couldn't stand up that long. I fell.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
How could you forget about that? I don't know how I got up, y'all, because I was 580 pounds when we got married. I don't know how I got up. But coming into the reception, how you come in dancing, and here I am with my bouquet. Girl, y'all, I fell right on the floor. It doesn't bother me now, but I used to cringe when I think about it, because who wants to fall at their wedding in front of everybody? So I feel like this is a do-over. And so I keep saying to him, Chris, stop playing with me. Do you want to get married? And I think I realize in talking here, I think I keep saying that to you because I'm like, boy, I'm having a real wedding. This ain't going to be no little vow renewal. Like, I'm going to pretend I'm getting married for the first time. So I think that's why I keep asking you, are you ready to spend this money? Because I want to have a real wedding. I want those gold chairs. How do you pronounce this? Chiavari, whatever. Chiavari chairs. I'm getting married again for the first time. Do I get a new ring?
You do not. Don't act like you don't actually have new rings.
This is a wedding anniversary ring.
But that's actually a new wedding band too. That's not the original wedding band.
Yeah, but I mean, then you gotta ask. You supposed to ask me now.
Yo, she has on new rings. I've lost my original one. I need to get a new one.
I
have
use
nothing.
my ring.
I don't have nothing right now. But
My engagement ring is the original ring. I
it's
mean,
not the original stone.
no, it's not the original stone because I wanted something that was good.
So you hear that right? There's 3 rings. They're all new stone or 2.
But I got this
rings.
before we got married.
I know.
Though.
I know.
Yeah.
Upsize the
So
stone.
this is since we've been married. My engagement ring is the same since we've been married.
My little cheesy wedding band that I lost. You know, you could buy a couple dozen of them with any of all that cost.
So anybody that's watching, or if you watch the replay, I need everybody to be on my side, and I want you to put down in the chat new ring.
She has new rings, people.
No, well then put new ring in the comment section. Actually, you know what? To be honest, I really am joking. Let me tell you what I want. We're opening up a business. That's what I want. I want us to do that. I ain't worried about no new jewelry. Now, you want another wedding band?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely thinking.
All right, I'm gonna get him another wedding band. Yeah, guess where it is? Tell him where the wedding band is.
I don't know where the wedding band is. It should be in our house somewhere.
It's in our house
But
upstairs. That's
we have
where
not
you
been able
lost
to find
it.
it.
So his wedding ring is in the house, but we've been looking for it for what, 2 years now?
Yeah, I assumed it would just show up, and it has not.
So all right, y'all. I'm gonna get him a little ring for when we renew our vows again. But I think that's it. I think we hit on it. Just support your spouse. And if you have an issue with your spouse's weight, what I would say to this is, I would say to, voice your concern, and you're going to have to be cautious because it's a sensitive topic. And I'm sure you probably wanted to say things thousands of times and didn't, because you already say I'm oversensitive anyway.
Oh yeah, I already know I can't say that because you gonna get your feelings gonna get hurt, and then you gonna get mad, and then we don't know what's gonna happen after that because you got a lot of get back in you. You can be a little petty.
What's the get back?
You a little petty.
Oh, I'm petty as hell.
Yeah. So, but it's
petty,
different with you
y'all.
because you wasn't like, you were always trying. So all I could do was support you with everything you try to do. So I'm not necessarily the best candidate because I'm dealing with someone who's always trying something. So my thing was just trying to do whatever I could do to support you.
Yeah.
So that was never. It was never a situation where I was looking at you like, I think you need to try to lose weight, and you were like, I'm won't lose no weight. So, I mean, that's just that was never our dynamic. So it might be a little bit different.
You're right. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that.
For other people.
So then, then I had to kind of change my train of thought. Then I was just thinking, if you have a spouse who does not want to lose weight and you care about their wellness, then I would say you go on a journey with them. Now, what I can say is about the going plant-based, because when I decided to do that, I asked you about it and you were like, all right, let's just do it. And so it turned out really, really good. Now, he's not completely plant-based. I have not had meat. It'll be 6 years soon. Girls, what would you say the percent? It'll be 6 years.
I would have never thought it would have been that.
It would, and look, I still can't believe it.
I would have never thought it was 6
It
years.
will be 6 years soon. So that I have not had meat. And so that doesn't mean that I don't think that meat is good, because I'm telling you, we went to Ruth Chris Steakhouse tonight and you got the stuffed chicken. That's what I used to get when we would go. That chicken is good. And I was just looking at him like, that chicken looked good. But I did have a crab cake tonight. So every now and then, I'll dibble dabble in some crab meat. That's why I say plant-based. I'm not vegan, y'all. Okay? There's a difference. So how do you feel about that? About me going with that? Are you like, I want some meat all the time? Or are you good?
No, because for me, again, where I was with it was like, it was already certain things I wasn't eating. Like, I've never been a big steak eater.
We've eaten a lot of chicken.
Yeah, any meat I eat
We
is
were
gonna be
tearing up
lean.
that scrapple though, scrapple and bacon. We were tearing that up.
That was really my meat thing. It's breakfast stuff. Like I said, I got to the point where ground beef, I couldn't cook ground beef because I didn't like the smell of it.
Yeah.
Like I said, so it wasn't that hard for me because, like I said, what was I giving up? I developed a shellfish allergy, so that eliminated a whole bunch of
Knocked out
stuff.
the crab and the shrimp, right?
So, like I said, it wasn't that big of a deal to me. I off the top, like I said, breakfast sausage and bacon. That was kind of the thing I think that was in my head. But the rest of it, like I was like, my attitude was as long as it tastes good,
You're good.
I'm good. And if it's gonna be, if it tastes good and it's healthy to me, that's a win-win. So.
And are you happy that the girls are too?
I'm just glad that we showed them options and we've
Yeah.
given them a different, because most of us eat based on the way we grew up. What our parents fix. I mean, that's why as a race we have so many issues because of what we've grown up. What our diet has been. So unless you happen to have parents who went that direction for themselves and kind of raised the generations of kids who've been eating differently, which most of us haven't.
I think that was my main thing for our girls, because I did not want them to grow up heavy and fat. I'm just going to use the word because that's how I thought of myself. Growing up, I didn't want them to experience that, being left out and not being able to wear the same clothes that you had last summer. Like every summer I had to get bigger clothes growing up because I just continuously gained weight, and my mother just didn't know what to do. And so and I can't be mad at her at that. You have to meet your parents where they are, and she just didn't know what to do to help me to lose the weight. So I decided that for my girls, I wanted to teach them that food was a way for them to live and to be healthy and to have great cognitive ability when they're 95. And so, like I remember they didn't have gum until they were like, I want to say 8. Remember that daggone Miss Quickly got them gum for the first time. And so I actually recorded them, and they was just like, what do you do with this? And I didn't have anything against gum. I just never got it for them because I would just think it's a waste of whatever.
I don't think also people they were eating the gum. I think there's another reason why we stopped.
Why we stopped?
Yeah, because people didn't understand the concept of chewing the gum.
Yeah,
people were eating.
And even when I let them try it, like I was like watching them like hawks because they really didn't know how to chew gum because I never had given them gum. But they make better food choices. They cook plant-based. So I think that we have done really good with making sure that no one necessarily has a morbid issue of weight. They're all different sizes. We love them for how they are. And some people are going to be heavier than others, and genetics do play a part in it. And so I just wanted my girls to be knowledgeable about wellness and to love yourself no matter what, which is where I am. It's like I just love myself, period. Do I always want to improve my health and my wellness? Absolutely, because I want to be 90 sitting here talking to him like this, So you have to think of other things. It's way more than just being small and weighing with your stomach out, which I don't even think I have a desire for that. I may. I ain't decided yet. We shall see. Okay. I think we can wrap it up.
Alrighty.
Any other tidbits, comments?
Yeah, next time I need to know if I need to develop some questions.
Yeah, I'm not going to have him on my show no more. He's not coming back because he's what did I just do? He's a disgruntled guest of the show.
I'm not disgruntled. No one told me I needed to have interview questions.
I thought we were just going to come on here and talk.
Yeah, but then it turned into I need to have some questions. And off the top of my head, I just couldn't think enough.
So y'all stay tuned. I'm going to be sharing some things as I plan for the wedding. My goal is to have my arms done by then because I would love a wedding dress that is sleeveless. And so for me, I do not wear my arms out. I don't like them. And I'm sure I will. I'm going to share my journey of going to get my arms done. Because I hate the fact that I've worked so hard to get where I am. And when I look in the mirror, I still see parts of me that doesn't have to be there because of skin. And it's like, I don't work too hard. I want my arms done. I've had a tummy tuck already, but I need another one because I've lost more weight.
But you didn't have a real tummy tuck. You had a hernia.
No, but they did an actual tummy tuck.
It was
They
kinda-
didn't do the what is it called? A panelectomy. Like I had a tummy tuck. I really did. Where they connected my muscles and all that stuff. But then I lost more weight after that. So even I've had a thigh lift too, and I most likely could get another thigh lift because I probably really should have waited a little bit longer. But you know, when you've been heavy so long and you walk around with all this hanging skin, you want that mess cut off. And I knew I was too cute for that. And guess what? I'm too cute again. So I'm ready to go back in and get the rest of this stuff cut off. But what I want to make sure is that I am down to where I need to be down to so that there won't be any more weight loss and I don't have to deal with having to go back in. I also just, turned 50 this year and I don't want to be having a lower body lift at 60. Who wants to do that? Nobody. So between the course of this year, what I would like to get done are my arms so that I can have the wedding dress that I want. So, all right, we're going to sign off because we could talk all night. Thank you for sharing our 34th dating anniversary. And yes, we celebrate this day every single year. And then our wedding anniversary is November the 25th. It will be...
Subtract 11.
Wait a minute, 34.
Subtract 11.
Okay, 23. It'll be 23 years that we have been married in November. So 34 dating today. 23 is coming up being married.
So that makes it 24. It'll be 24 then.
No, it's 22 right now. It'll be 23
Okay.
because we were together for 11 years before we got married. So you just add. Yeah, because 23 plus... So it's 22 right now and some months.
Gotcha.
So at first we were going to wait until 25 years. But then this is where the mindset shift comes in. Number one, we get stuck on numbers. And the only reason why we're not renewing our vows this year is just because I just didn't come up with it last year. So the next year I figure, okay, we'll do it next year. It'll be 35 years. But then again, I get married again in next January. And it'll be 34 years and some months. Stop letting your mindset tell you what you need to do. So we're renewing our vows because we want to renew our vows. We don't need to get to a certain date for it to be something special. It's special regardless. So now that I am like this mindset guru, I'm telling you, like I know what I'm talking about because it has completely changed my life. And so don't ever stifle yourself because you're waiting for something to happen before you can do something that you want to do. So, I talked about my arthritis. They're telling me that I should have knee replacements. And I was thinking, okay, well, let me do my knee replacements and then I'll do my arms. Guess what? No, I'm not. Because I want my arms done. So I will get the knee replacement. First, I'm going to look into some other avenues first. But I know deep inside, my arms bother me. Now, some people may say, well, if you love yourself, you don't care about your arms. That has nothing to do with loving myself. It has everything to do with all these cute outfits that I won't wear because I don't want my arms out. And I know that I should be wearing my cute outfits. Don't you agree?
Yes, because I've been hearing about this one for a long time, y'all. For a very long time.
Y'all know
These
I like
blouses,
clothes.
These blouses that she can't wear because she don't like the arms. It's been a minute, y'all.
So you tired of me talking? You can be honest.
No, I just...
Okay.
You've been talking about it for a while, so
I want to wear the clothes that I want to wear. And so, and it also prevents me from making money. Because if I go on a casting call for a runway or whatever, you can't say to the designer, oh, I don't wear my arms out. So now you messing with my money. I can't do that. So yeah, so I will be sharing that journey and I'll be sharing our journey to the Wharton vow renewal. Okay. So, see you guys. Thank you for sharing our anniversary with us. And we will see you guys later.
bye.
Peace.